Hi there, this is Callie, here to tell you about Virtel Web Modernization. How do you develop a GUI with Virtel Web Modernization? Here is a diagram that shows the data flow between host applications and web clients. At its center, in green, is Virtel with, at its core, a protocol converter between host and web technologies, a VTAM relay to interface with the host applications, and an HTTP server to interface with the web clients. Custom developed scenarios are used to control the internal logic of the exchange between host applications and web clients. Those scenarios are developed using an IDE called Virtel Studio. Custom developed templates are used to control the web page presentation and ergonomics, and the insertion of host application data into those web pages. Virtel templates are developed using an IDE called Virtel Screen Redesigner. Screen Redesigner can reuse existing BMS or MFS maps, or create pseudo maps from live captured application screens. Now let's review the Virtel scenarios used to control the internal logic of the exchanges between host applications and web clients. They are coded in a proprietary scripting language. They are used to identify the screens and match them to web page templates. It could be a one-to-one or an n-to-one match. Scenarios are also used to control the navigation from screen to screen. Useless screens can be skipped. Data from several screens can be collected and consolidated to develop a web page. And scenarios can also be used to start ad hoc programs that run on the host, call remote web services, or deploy some other type of AJAX technology. This is typically done to add new application features through the new web user interface. Now let's review the Virtel templates used to control the web page presentation and ergonomics. Virtel templates are a mix of HTML JavaScript code and Virtel data insertion tags. At runtime, Virtel relies on those data insertion tags to insert the 3270 data coming from the host application into the web page templates. The main function of Virtel templates is to replace legacy 3270 screen fields with modern and user-friendly data entry widgets, for example, checkboxes, drop-down lists, and graphical calendars. Widgets are HTML JavaScript components. They are provided through JavaScript frameworks such as jQuery, Yahoo, and Dojo, which are essentially HTML JavaScript widget libraries. Manually developed HTML JavaScript code can also be inserted into Virtel templates, typically to add new AJAX-based application features, such as auto-suggest and autocomplete, without changing the underlying host application. With the web user interface served by Virtel, application users make plain English selections, yet Virtel returns the expected code value to the underlying host application, which remains unchanged and unaware of the existence of the web user interface. So, who does what to develop a GUI using Virtel Web Modernization? It's a cooperative effort that involves both mainframe and web application developers. Mainframe application developers bring their understanding of the 3270 application and its authorized field values. They do not need any HTML JavaScript coding expertise. They use the Virtel IDEs, Virtel Studio and Virtel Screen Redesigner to develop a first version of Virtel templates and scenarios. They can also develop the specifications of new GUI-based application features if need be. Web application developers bring their HTML JavaScript coding expertise. They do not need any 3270 application expertise. They provide the cascading style sheet and upload it to Virtel Screen Redesigner. They finalize the Virtel templates with custom HTML JavaScript code insertions. And they implement new GUI-based application features using AJAX technology if needed. What makes the development and deployment of a Virtel-based GUI particularly fast and easy is the unique flexibility that Virtel provides. First, you develop a default web page template that provides nothing more than a modernized look that is consistent with the organization's web presentation standards. The modernized look is controlled via a cascading style sheet, oftentimes a mere copy of the corporate website's CSS. At this early stage, no widgets or AJAX features are deployed. Despite the modernized look, ergonomics remain that of traditional 3270 terminal emulation. The next step is to develop screen by screen the templates that will replace legacy 3270 data entry with widgets-assisted data entry. Drop-down lists, graphical calendars, checkboxes, and the like are essentially used as a front end to the entry of 3270 screen field values. This template development can be limited, at first, to highly used screens, possibly a small fraction of the total screen inventory. At this stage, all screens are rendered as web pages with the desired modern GUI look. Data entry on highly used screens is assisted by widgets. Data entry on lesser used screens remains the same as it was on legacy 3270 screens. The modernization of lesser used screens can then continue at any desired pace and go only as far as you want it to go. Maybe all screens will end up modernized. Maybe only some of the screens will be modernized. It's your choice. The next advanced development steps are optional. They consist of adding new application features through the GUI using AJAX, asynchronous JavaScript and XML technology, eliminating the screen interface in the underlying application and replacing it with a COM area or channels and containers interface, which we are going to discuss next. The question is, can you ever eliminate the 3270 screens once the GUI has been developed? And the answer is yes. With Virtel, you can eliminate the 3270 screens after the GUI has already been developed and deployed in production, one program at a time, and without impacting the users. This is because Virtel supports different ways to interface internally with the 3270 applications. Initially, Virtel interfaces with the 3270 applications through their existing screens so that the application code remains unchanged. But eventually, after the GUI has been deployed in production, the interface between Virtel and the underlying application can be changed to COM areas or to CICS channels and containers. Of course, this type of change requires changing the underlying application code. But it can be done progressively, one program at a time, without impacting the web user interface. This progressive development approach was implemented by one of our customers, a global bank. In 2005, they developed a GUI that used simple widgets and the existing 3270 screen interface. In 2008, they added new application features through the GUI using AJAX technology. Finally, in 2011, they replaced the 3270 screen interface in their application programs with a COM area interface. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you now understand how to develop a GUI using Virtel Web Modernization. If you want to know more about Virtel Web Modernization or other Virtel products, please check our video library. Keep your mainframe front and center with Virtel.